Have you ever wondered if something as simple as fruit could quietly be harming your health? Since childhood, we've been told that fruits are nature's candy, packed with vitamins, antioxidants, and nourishing sweetness. But here's what no one tells you. Not all fruits are created equal, especially as we get older. For those of us over 60, our bodies are changing. Metabolism slows down, digestion becomes more sensitive, and blood sugar control grows more fragile. The truth is, some fruits that are perfectly healthy for young people can become quietly dangerous for older adults. Yes, dangerous. High sugar content, risky drug interactions, or hidden acidity can all cause real harm if we're not careful. But there's good news. Nature also gives us fruits that save lives, support the heart, fight inflammation, protect memory, and even strengthen bones. Today, as someone who has lived a full life and studied these changes for decades, I want to share with you the 4 fruits you should avoid and the 4 you should absolutely eat. Your body deserves the best. Let's get straight to the point. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. And if you enjoy this video, type a 1 in the comments. If not, type a 0 so I know how to improve for you. The 4 dangerous fruits older adults should never eat. Number 1, grapefruit, the silent killer for anyone taking medication. At first glance, grapefruit looks harmless, even beautiful. Its bright pink pulp, refreshing bitterness, and reputation as heart-healthy have made it a breakfast staple. But for seniors, especially those over 60, this fruit hides a deeply underestimated danger. Behind its juicy appeal lies a biochemical threat that few people talk about. It quietly interferes with the very medications that keep your heart beating, your blood pressure stable, and your anxiety under control. Grapefruit contains a compound that blocks a crucial liver enzyme called CYP3A4, responsible for breaking down many common prescription drugs. When this enzyme is blocked, your medications can build up to dangerously high levels in your bloodstream, like Adam's river with no escape. The results can be devastating. Severe muscle breakdown from statins, life-threatening heart issues, excessive bleeding from blood thinners, or intensified sedative effects from anxiety medications. For seniors who depend on their prescriptions to survive, this seemingly healthy fruit can become a silent killer. The tragedy is that most older adults have no idea. They eat grapefruit in the morning and take their pills right after breakfast without connecting the dots until they end up in the ER. Some never live to understand what happened. This isn't about fear, it's about wisdom. Grapefruit isn't inherently bad. But for older adults on medications, and that's more than 70% of Americans over 65, it's simply not worth the risk. There are safer fruits to enjoy without playing Russian roulette with your heart, your liver, or your life. But if grapefruit, so bright and cheerful, can hide danger in plain sight, what other fruits might also be pretending to be safe while quietly undermining your health? Number 2, cherries, sweet but dangerous for arthritis and diabetes. Cherries are small, sweet, and deceptively innocent. They remind us of summer, pies cooling by the window, bowls of cherries at picnics, and that satisfying pop when the pit comes loose. But as we age, what once felt like a treat can quietly betray our health. You see, cherries, especially in large portions or concentrated forms like juice, dried fruit, or syrups, are loaded with natural sugar. Just 1 cup of sweet cherries packs nearly 20 grams of sugar. For younger bodies with fast metabolisms and steady insulin response, this may not matter. But for older adults living with type 2 diabetes, prediabetes, or undiagnosed insulin resistance, that sugar floods the bloodstream like a tidal wave. It causes spikes that damage organs over time, leaving us fatigued, foggy, and vulnerable. And the danger doesn't stop at sugar. Cherries are naturally acidic, and for seniors struggling with inflammation, arthritis, or joint pain, that acidity can make symptoms worse. Yes, fresh cherries contain antioxidants, but in excess, especially when processed, their sugar and acid content can work against you. What you thought would soothe your body could actually fuel the very pain you're trying to escape. The price you pay? Silent damage. A flare in your knees that ruins your morning walk. A blood sugar spike that leaves you dizzy. A sleepless night from joint inflammation. It's all connected. That innocent bowl of cherries becomes a trigger for pain, instability, and long-term harm. And if these small fruits can throw your balance off, imagine what happens when your potassium levels spin out of control from something much more common. Something many seniors eat every single day without a second thought. Number 3, bananas. Too much potassium can be harmful. For most of our lives, bananas have been seen as the ultimate healthy snack. Simple, convenient, full of potassium. We were told they prevent cramps, boost energy, and are good for the heart. And for younger bodies, that may be true. But as we age, our bodies don't process nutrients the same way. Too much of a good thing can quietly become a threat. Bananas are rich in potassium, yes. But for older adults, especially those with weakened kidneys, heart problems, or who take blood pressure medications like ACE inhibitors or potassium-sparing diuretics, that potassium can build up to dangerous levels. Your kidneys, once efficient filters, begin to slow down. That extra potassium doesn't leave your body. It lingers in your bloodstream, interfering with your heart's rhythm, your muscle contractions, and even your mental clarity. This condition, called hyperkalemia, doesn't make headlines, but it sends thousands of older adults to the ER each year. Just 1 or 2 extra bananas a week may be enough. You might feel palpitations, weakness in your legs, or simply that something is off. But by the time symptoms appear, damage may already be underway. A fruit that should nourish you instead becomes a threat to your balance, energy, and even your heartbeat. Most seniors never suspect the banana. It seems too simple, too healthy. But simplicity can be misleading, especially when your body's systems are more fragile than they appear. So before you reach for that next banana, ask yourself, is this really what my body needs, or just something I've grown used to? Sometimes the greatest danger isn't in what we fear, but in what we assume is harmless. And that's never been truer than with a fruit disguised as healthy, but actually a concentrated sugar trap. Number 4, dried fruits, the hidden sugar bomb. They come in tiny packages, looking harmless and even nutritious. Raisins, dates, dried apricots, cranberries. We see them in trail mixes, sprinkled on oatmeal, or offered in doctors' waiting rooms as a healthy option. But for seniors, dried fruit hides a darker truth beneath its wrinkled skin. It's a sugar bomb disguised as wellness. When fruit is dehydrated, the water disappears, but the sugar remains, concentrated in every bite. A handful of raisins may seem innocent, but it's equivalent to eating an entire bunch of grapes, without the water, without the fiber, and with all the sugar compressed. Worse, most store-bought dried fruits are coated in added sugar or preserved with sulfites, chemicals that can worsen asthma, trigger migraines, or cause gut inflammation. For older adults already dealing with type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, or digestive sensitivity, these little bites can wreak silent havoc. Blood sugar spikes, digestive discomfort, and worst of all, a false sense of health. You think you're making a good choice, but your body pays the price in silence. Over time, dried fruit can rob you of comfort, stability, and metabolic balance. It may seem like a friend, but for many seniors, it becomes an invisible thief. But here's the hopeful part. Just as some fruits deceive us in their dried form, others, fresh and whole, become the medicine our aging bodies truly need. Now let's look at the fruits that restore, protect, and energize, even at 60, 70, and beyond. The 4 fruits older adults should absolutely eat. Number 1, blueberries, the memory protector. Tiny, dark, and bursting with color, blueberries may look modest, but don't be fooled. They are one of the most powerful allies for seniors, especially when it comes to protecting the brain. As we age, memory becomes fragile. The risk of dementia and Alzheimer's increases. But inside these little blue spheres is nature's secret weapon, anthocyanins. Anthocyanins are potent antioxidants that cross the blood-brain barrier, directly protecting neurons from oxidative stress. They don't just preserve brain health, they actively support new connections, sharpening memory and mental clarity. Studies have shown that older adults who eat blueberries regularly experience slower cognitive decline, improved concentration, and even better moods. And it's not just the brain. Blueberries also protect the heart, reduce inflammation, and improve circulation, all vital as the years advance. A simple handful a day can help preserve what many fear losing most: the ability to think, to remember, to stay ourselves. In a world where we can't stop the passage of time, blueberries give us a fighting chance to hold on to our minds. Number 2, apples, simple fruit, powerful shield. We've all heard the saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. But behind that old proverb lies a truth science still confirms. Apples are among the best fruits for older adults. Why? Because they bring together 3 crucial elements: fiber, flavonoids, and vitamin C. Fiber, especially soluble fiber called pectin, helps regulate cholesterol, protect the gut, and keep digestion smooth. For seniors often struggling with constipation, heart problems, or fluctuating blood sugar, this makes apples an invaluable ally. Then there are the flavonoids, natural compounds that strengthen blood vessels, reduce blood pressure, and fight inflammation. Combined with vitamin C, apples become a daily shield against infections and chronic diseases. And unlike exotic superfoods, apples are accessible, affordable, and versatile. Eaten raw, baked, or sliced into oatmeal, they adapt to your life without effort. An apple a day may not keep every doctor away, but it might just keep the most dangerous ones from being needed. Number 3, avocado, the healthy fat your brain and heart crave. Creamy, rich, and once considered too fatty, avocados have earned their rightful place as one of the healthiest fruits for older adults. Yes, fruit, because technically avocado is a fruit and one of the most complete. What makes it special isn't just its vitamins and minerals, but its healthy fats. Monounsaturated fats that protect the heart, lower bad cholesterol, and provide steady energy without spiking blood sugar. For seniors, this is gold, a fruit that nourishes without destabilizing. Avocados are also rich in potassium, magnesium, and folate, which help maintain stable blood pressure, muscle function, and brain performance. And then there's lutein, a carotenoid that supports eye health, reducing the risk of cataracts and age-related macular degeneration. Imagine one food that strengthens your heart, sharpens your mind, and protects your vision all at once. That's what avocado does. Slice it on toast, blend it into a smoothie, or eat it with a spoon. This is not just food, it's medicine disguised as a fruit. Number 4, papaya, digestion's best friend. Bright orange, sweet, and tropical, papaya is often overlooked in favor of flashier fruits. But for older adults, it's a quiet miracle. Why? Because it's loaded with papain, a natural enzyme that aids digestion. As we age, our stomach acid decreases and digestion becomes weaker. Heavy meals leave us bloated, uncomfortable, or constipated. But papaya comes to the rescue, breaking down proteins and easing the entire digestive process. Beyond digestion, papaya is rich in vitamin C, even more than oranges. It strengthens immunity, protects against infections, and helps collagen production, supporting not just health, but also skin elasticity. Its antioxidants fight inflammation, protect the heart, and may even reduce cancer risk. Papaya is soft, easy to chew, and easy to digest, perfect for older adults with sensitive stomachs or dental issues. A bowl of papaya in the morning doesn't just start your day, it heals your body from the inside out. Final thoughts. Not all fruits are created equal, especially for those of us over 60. Some, like grapefruit, cherries, bananas, and dried fruit, may look innocent, but they carry hidden dangers foraging bodies. Others, like blueberries, apples, avocados, and papaya, become powerful medicine when eaten regularly. The choice is yours. Continue eating out of habit, or start eating with awareness. Every bite is a decision between harm and healing, decline and vitality, fragility and strength. Your body has carried you for decades. It deserves care, wisdom, and respect. Choose the fruits that give you life, and let go of the ones that steal it. And remember, health isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about making the small daily choices that keep you thriving, one bite at a time.